Hey guys, welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I am currently over in Everquest Legends, and I thought I'd spend just a little while over here messing around before I do some Watcher of Realms tonight. Let me see here about this chat, get that fixed up real quick, and then we'll be in business. Okay, here we are. I think that ought to do it. And so, I'm going to switch over to the Everquest Legends screen here. There we are. And now, onward. And upward? Maybe upward. Maybe downward. I'm not sure. Let's go a little downward first. And then see where we're at. Now we have a lot of critters running around here. We seem to be in this little swamp, I think. Just logged back in. And here I was. I don't think that I want to attack the frog attack. I think that hurts my my affectionate gut. You know, these guys who are attacking you. The guppies. So, where do I want to go and what do I want to do? It's a good question. At level 8 right now, and maybe I should start by getting out of Froglog territory. What if we head north, over to where more of the alligators were, and then, I don't know, maybe I change the experience, or the difficulty of the area that I'm in. And we could increase that with the little button on the side over there. Right now, difficulty is 0, and so we can change that to something that makes more sense for how we're doing, perhaps. That fungus spore running around over there. Alright. The fisherman may attack me if he does, not a big deal. Trying to find what I did with my compass. I swore I had it. There's my compass right above my head. Great. Awesome. Good job, me. Alright. In which case, I'm not going the direction that I want to go, but I will come and get this rat. It just was really more than anything trying to get away from the, maybe not. Yeah, okay, alright, that rat it is. But yeah, I wanted to get away from the froglocks because they don't like me very much. And I don't really want to keep killing them and destroying my faction further with them. I don't really know how to get that faction back up yet. It may be that I can kill some other kind of creature and it'll just naturally go up, or it may be that we need to do some kind of quest or something like that. Really not sure. I assume there is a way to get your faction back. I don't have any idea what it's going to be, though. Someday, I'm going to figure out what I'm doing here. You'll see. For now, we're going to run around killing giant water monks and counting ourselves lucky. What's this guy? It's a kobold. Alright, kobold will definitely attack you. So, alright. We'll kill this guy, and then we'll try going up one difficulty level. And we'll see where we're at. And if it's pretty easy going, then we'll go up another difficulty level and continue in that vein. Kind of want to look at this stuff. I think we may want to merge these. So we're going to click Alt on this guy, and then we're going to drag the other one into the Place Items window, and then merge, and we're going to do that even though this guy here is attacking me. And that increases the... does it increase the charisma of that? Possibly. Or it may have just stayed the same and gotten another tick up toward increasing the charisma. I'm not 100% sure, because I don't know what the charisma was prior. However, we're going to come over here. We're right about here, I think. Nice clear area. If we get attacked, no deal. Come over to change the difficulty. It says I can't do it while in combat. I don't feel like I'm in combat. Ah, there we go. Okay. So let's do number 1, which is Awakened. and we'll try that out. It's a different instance, so it zones us, which makes some sense to me. Okay, pop just right over here in amongst the kobolds, which have not attacked us, but we'll fix that problem. Ooh, that was pretty easy right there. Just a one-hit kill on that kobold. I can't really tell what color they are. We're going to click the consider thing, so they're gray right now where we're at. Now, am I at the beginning of this place? Here's the mode of infinitesimal potential. I don't think there's anywhere I can auto-loot it that makes sense. So I think I just have to auto-loot it into the bags. Okay. Where did it take us? Okay, so it did take us toward the bottom to do that. So we're at the southeast corner down here after we change the difficulty. I don't remember how often you can change the difficulty. What if we can do it again? Okay. We still have to wait a little while on that before we can change it again. Which is unfortunate because this stuff is quite gray over here. I accidentally clicked the attack the bat button. That's okay. Let's see if we can manage to attack the skeleton. We did it. Very good. Now. Everything in this area, I think the biggest, baddest thing that I saw was yellow up there. And I feel like the more north we go, the more the levels go up on the creatures in this area. So I'll head north and still have gray stuff all over the place. I guess we can gather some loot if nothing else, right? Now I have no idea where I should head in order to go to like a dungeon or something like that. Also, let's see what the slash view says. One player in the zone, so I'm the only one in this zone right now, and in this difficulty level of this zone, I should say. It looks like you can switch the difficulty fairly often, though, because it was like 200 and some odd seconds, I believe. That's not too bad. Now, why did I attack the froglocks? I am trying to not kill froglocks, and I went and attacked the froglocks. That just seems about right. Also, I think, okay, I thought for a moment I might be at the wrong level and not hitting him, but no, that was not the case. So while we attack that guy, let's check and see what we've got. We can put this into the what is it, the alternate currency window here. Oh, you know what? I don't even have to drag it. I can just click the deposit all button. There it is. Boom, we got 20 of the mode of infinitesimal potential. For some reason I have trouble saying that word. We have a request here. Or something with a request peace. So we're to give that to someone, probably. You know, I feel like I need to get out of the water, because things are just not looking good every day. Not exactly getting hurt, but not doing anything either. Alright, we got that guy. Now, where'd the other guy go? One thing that is very difficult for me is the fact that when you click the guy, you can't just see him. Like, where did he go? I don't know. That froglock just ran away as far as I can tell. And I won't be able to change the difficulty as long as he is still alive and considered in combat with me. So we've got a guy running around somewhere over here, and that guy is in combat, but we don't know where, so we can't... I don't think we can... Wait, is this him? Is he running back to me? Or no, he's not. No such luck. That guy's all full health. No idea where I put him. I'm fairly sure that something I'm doing is fearing people. I haven't been clicking intimidate because that would do the trick, but I haven't been clicking it, so it shouldn't be that. So I haven't a clue what is running around triggering fear on the guys. One way or another, I am now in a fight with two different things. Okay, hold on, what's this? Okay, this is to upper guard. Now, I am like KOS to them. What if I just run in? Will I be attacked inside there immediately? Probably. because my faction is quite bad. If I could get out of this zone, though, then maybe I can change the difficulty and I come back out. Did I zone? I think I did. So I zoned in, and I'm not immediately attacked, but if I look at him, he scowls at me, ready to attack. So probably I don't want to do that. I did get the City of Gut Traveler, and we can look in here. Let's, oh, is there no map? There appears to be no map. James V50 or 5802 says, green hair, awesome. Green hair. My troll may, or my ogre may have green hair, probably. I think so. All right, we're going to zone back over here and then try to change the difficulty before I get attacked, if at all possible. We'll see. That worked. So, now, let's go for difficulty. And I'm the only one in any of these Inithul zones right now. So, let's try 2. I don't know if I've tried difficulty 2 before or not, maybe, but let's go ahead and do it. Adaptive, it says. So we shall see. Okay, it zoned us out here, which is at the beginning of Inithul Swamp. And of course, these first guys are still just going to be gray to us and of no consequence. So let's kind of head north and get to where things are a little more colorful. I know that we have some yellows up there, so that ought to be theoretically more of a challenge. I see a swamp alligator over here. We definitely want to get that guy. The problem is that my swim speed is not phenomenal. So we go for a swim like this, and the alligators can definitely outrun me. There's a frog block hanging out of it. Let's get this swamp alligator, because he's closer. Well, that's interesting. The loot window popped up, but there's nothing to loot in it. I'm going to click loot all anyway. Yeah, nothing happened. No idea. I suppose I X out of it. I wonder if that's because I have auto loot on. It's not supposed to do that, but maybe it caused it to do that because something dropped. And, well, he's a little too fast too. Let's go chase something else down. Lots of froglocks over here. That's no good. Believe it or not, I am trying not to make the Guktons even more angry with me than they already are. My advice is don't get on the Froglock's bad side, because I haven't yet found any way to recover from that. And I do want to go to Guk sometime. That seems like it would be a fun thing to do. I would like to find Neriak. I have no idea where Neriak is. But probably if I just keep wandering around, I'll run into it. It's my big plan. I also don't think that I've been over to South Row yet. I may have, but I don't recall. So I'll head in the general direction of South Row. I know I've been right in front of it plenty of times. There was also another place off of, it was, where was it? Maybe it was Kazakh Thule? Over off of the Furet, which would make sense. Kazakh Thule, Furet, yeah. So I may head back toward the Furet in a moment and see what I can get into over there. Maybe find Kazakh Thule, maybe get slaughtered. Probably haven't done that yet, today, so. All right, here's a bull alligator. He's yellow, so we're on level 2 difficulty, and we got a yellow guy here. Now, I think when we press this Keelan's Lugubrious Lament, it casts this song that is supposed to calm the aggressive nature of many creatures, affects creatures up to level 60. That really wasn't the button I was trying to press. I was trying to press... No, I have no idea. I was have something that's supposed to do AoE damage, and obviously I don't know what I thought I did. I thought wrong. So we have a couple of guys on us right now. We've got the full alligator, a froglock forager, and a kobold hunter who have all jumped in on this, looking for a piece of the action over here. Let's turn this on auto store. Oh hey, is it Gallic 99? Is that how we say that? How you doing, man? Alright, we only have one more guy on us at the moment. It's this kobold hunter over here. And I think he came in last. Excellent. Good night, Gallic. Thanks for the raid, man. Alright, we're gonna head north and see if we can find any more yellow things. There should be at least one fat alligator running around, imagine. And then there's should be some more of those pool alligators if it looks about like it did last time. These kobold hunters are very aggressive. They can, I think they can see for a little further than the other guys and come at you. Their aggro range is a little further, it seems. Alex says, what combo are you going to do at 10? Yeah, I don't know. I've got a couple of levels to figure that out. And prior to EverQuest Legends, I never did play EverQuest 1. I've played EverQuest 2 before. So I'm really uncertain which direction to go. I think I'm gonna have to look everything over and just kind of say, you know, I don't know, which one would you recommend out of curiosity? I'm getting killed here at the moment. Oh no, there's so many of them. Probably gonna die. The water is difficult because if you're not at just the right level of the water, then you actually don't see them and you don't hit them like you should. So, alright, we'll respawn there. Galaxy says you can turn on NPCs. You can turn on NPCs on your mini map. If you don't know, hit M. Right click the map at the bottom and hit show NPCs. I think I have the NPCs showing right now. At the top and hit show NPCs. I didn't know we could do all these things, so I see minimalist with zone name, minimalist, no controls as different map types. Okay, and then you can, okay, alright, so click the button NPCs, and it pops up. I guess did I not have them turned on? I guess I didn't. And then it says ring, or RNG, it says RNG? So, the task writing is so small. I think it says ring, actually. I think there's a little I in there. I don't know what kind of a ring it is. But we'll, like, is it a ring event? Let's turn it on. I didn't see anything show up when I did that. Alright, Gallic says scroll wheel in to get closer. Ring will show you how far you can see. Fastest, I think, leveler is Shadow Knight, Bard, Druid, if you just want to level. Recommend going a tank and healer no matter what. Yeah, I'm so far just kind of playing very casually and checking everything out and doing the whole beta test. So my leveling speed isn't that important to me right now. Just kind of exploring the game, trying to find some quests because I'm used to EverQuest 2 and there's like a lot of quests in EverQuest 2. And I've noticed that here, that is not the case. And I'm going to head back to Pureit to try to see if I can get to Cause It Fool. But yeah, that's been my experience so far. That and running into trees, I'm excellent at running into trees and also wall sconces. They're very, very attractive to me, like a moth to the flame, if you will. It's the largest, grossest moth you've ever seen. Oh yes, mouse girl radio. Okay, I see. So is that your aggro radius then? The ring around you? Because if so, that would definitely help a lot. Are you in the beta, Gallic? Let's see. The ring is how far you can see mobs. Required in Druid Ranger track ability, you can see further. That's cool. In Everquest 2, track just means that you can, find the creatures and you can get like a path to them and things like that. It's very useful. I accidentally clicked the wrong button. That was good. I'd go with whatever seems fun to you and just adjust your strategy accordingly. I think that's part of fun. Yeah, definitely. Leveled 7 times to 50 so far. That's a good bit of leveling. So have you been like deleting your character and then making a new one? Or have you just leveled different loadouts to 50? Or, or some combination of that? Creating new loadouts each time, I see. Yeah, it's an interesting thing that you can only make one character and then you have to do different loadouts. Because I'm thinking like, what if you didn't, what if you want to change your race or, you know, have different characters that, as far as role playing goes, right? You could have, say, my ogre right now is hated by the Gucktons, but what if I wanted to be really good friends with the Gucktons with a different character and wanted to be enemies with some other group, right? So I feel like it maybe takes away from that. I think it would be very difficult to achieve that with only one character. Ranger, Paladin, Mage, Enchanter, Beast Lord, and left. Nice. You've been moving right along. Sounds like you've spent some serious amount of playtime there. Or just leveling very, very quickly as an alternative there. Alright, we're almost over to Fury now. Have a good night, Gallic. Nice to meet you. Oh, Puriges and Kielbasa. I did not see you, chat. I'm sorry. Go with whatever. I did see it. I just thought you were Gallic. Sorry about that, man. Alright, I almost missed the path to Fury. We got there. Alright, now I'm gonna try to make my way through Fury over to Cosmic Tool. And when last time I attempted that, I'm encumbered. But now I'm not encumbered. Interesting. But last time I tried that, it was not great because I got attacked by a couple of level 15 skeletons that just came running at me and attacked me. Cannot attack these things very well. They are flyers. And my little ogre girl is not a flyer. I can say that with confidence. So I've had some luck jumping onto roots and things like that in order to get a little elevation. And then I can attack things that are in the air a little bit better. Got a lizard man over here. They don't seem to have any faction associated with them, which is kind of odd. I would expect the lizard men to, but I'm going to watch and make sure in the window. But yeah, I mean, my faction didn't change at all with anything, so I don't think that the lizards are affiliated with any group somehow. Trimler says, she can fly. You just need to believe. Yeah, I'll work on that one. This is like the whale in Hitchhiker's Guide. What's going on? Where am I? That's how she feels when she tries to fly. Even jumping from very low distances seemed to be a little painful for my character here. Okay, let's see if I manage to get over there this time or if we get killed on the way. If I knew exactly where the door was, it would help. And the skeletons that attacked me are the first skeletons that I found that were extremely aggro. So this, I thought, was probably going to be the way in, but I had no luck going in through the top, where there's a clear door. Now in Cosmic Fool in EverQuest 2, the entrance is along the side. So I'm going to check around and see if that holds true here. It's not looking like it. The other question is there, like, a lockout? Do you have to be a certain level to get in? Or something like that? No, I didn't click something. Or I'm just in the wrong location and it's this way. That's looking like the case. So, I was just at the wrong place. Excellent. Oh, well, that's a level 23 gorilla at the door. That doesn't seem fun at all. He's ready to attack. Yeah, I know he's scowling. All right, well, that's good to know. Definitely don't want to go tango with him. Let's try this scout from... Is it scout from Xanabar? Scout from Xanabar. Let's move this above there. We can see things a little bit better. He's a level 13 warrior. So, may mean that I get killed by him, but that's alright. It's a learning experience over here. We've now found that Cosmic Fool is not entered by the smaller area. We gotta go to the bigger area to get there. And it's guarded by some nasty gorillas. Unhappy with our existence. But that's okay. I can work toward getting high enough level to go there. In the meanwhile, I wonder how we get to the Plane of Fear. Is it in fact a cave? I think it is. I think we're gonna go into a cave and curl around that way. Oh, what am I doing? I have to chase down this scout. I was thinking about the Plane of Fear. Trimler says it's going to be so hard to decide on my primary class. So many combos I want to play. Right? Okay, now, so with EverQuest Legends, you don't have to necessarily decide because you can get different loadouts. Starting at level 10, you can have 3 classes, and you can switch between everything levels up simultaneously to level 10. After that, it's only your active classes that level. Thank you for the follow, Pirages and Kimbasa. Oh, Severar True says Plane of Fear is 46 plus. That's pretty high. I'm already getting killed down here by this level 13 warrior at the moment. I guess I can try to intimidate him. Oh, this is the end of all things now. We got 2 of them on us. No bueno. Trimler says I'm probably going to go with a Bard main to start. I did bait the Bard as secondary with this one. There's a Berserker primary and then Bard secondary. Alright. In that case, if the Plane of Fear is 46, let's try Wrath Mountains. Trimler says you can't change your primary class until you hit level 50 or do the Plane of Sky quests to unlock more. Interesting. Oh, hey, Stignob, how you doing? Thanks for the raid, man. Okay, we've got a Lizardman warrior over here. And, little ways to go still to get to the Wrath Mountains. The swimming is exceedingly slow. Noticed you can run much faster than you can swim. Stignob says, enjoy the raid, go to sleep now. It's nice to see you. Have a good night. Trimler says post level 11, that is. Right, yeah. I think that, I haven't tried the loadouts yet, so I don't know exactly how that works. I was under the assumption that we could just switch to whatever class we wanted, but Mizzy Kazep says, I thought pre-11 you can change primary class, but at level 11 you're locked in. That's my understanding, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, we got a long lizard tail. We can auto store that. We've got a cracked staff. I think I want to do an auto merge on that. And then the black lizard scale will auto store that as well. I like the auto storing or, the auto options. That's a pretty cool little quality of life feature. I'm assuming that was not in EverQuest 1 originally. Haven't played EverQuest 1, so I don't know much about the differences, but it feels like that's probably something added. Mizzy Kazep says, not sure if you can change races. I don't think that you can. I don't know of any way, but if somebody else has any idea, you're absolutely welcome to weigh in on that. It would be cool if you could do like race, gender, name changes. Then again, I guess you could be playing a character with multiple personalities and just switch those things up here and there, and you could sort of role play that way. I'm not sure. We got the black spider silk here. We're gonna auto store jungle spider poison sac. I don't know what that is. It says it's small. Um, it's for a quest, so let's just auto store that too. How's about? Okay, here we have a zombie. I don't think that I have found the zombies before. So I know nothing about them. One way to find out, right? Let's go attack it. That's how we make friends around these places. It did look like it attacked me first. So I think it's safe to say that they're aggro. Zerthok says you can eventually through achievement unlocks based around factions. And then Mizzy Kazep. Oh, I better attack these things before I get killed, huh? Zombie skin right here. That's a quest item. Cool. Alright, so Mizukazep says I should have said change race and class pre-11 level 11. Not sure you can change class. I'm sure you can change class, but not sure about race or religion. And then Colliding Neuron says, yeah, I think you can only pick a class that aligns with the race you start with. Yes, for your primary class, that's true. For your secondary, you can pick up anything that doesn't have to align with your race for that. Thanks for the follow, True Chaos. Tremler says you can change your secondary classes anytime you're in a town-like place, but your primary class gets locked in at a level of 11. You can change race and religion with your loadout, but need to unlock the races you unlock the faction achievements unknown about religion. Okay, all right. Well, that does help a lot if you can change your race. And do we know about the name? True Chaos says I saw Chris Mallow change his ranger from wood elf to half elf at level 18. It's not that hard, just have to do the achievements. Okay, all right, that's good to know. So you could have entirely different characters at different loadouts. That would be very good. I understand that the faction you've earned stays the same though, so you can't have like one thing be a good faction with one group and another loadout be bad faction. If that makes your faction is tied to your character, not to the loadout. Name would stay the same, says Tremor. I assumed as much. Now in EverQuest 2, they have name change potions, race change potions, and like you can, all of those sorts of things, gender, etc., can be changed with potions. But I haven't heard about that being in here, and whether that's going to be added or not, who knows? But that's what I know and don't know. I don't know much. I do know a little. True Chaos says, but he stayed a ranger, so I'm not sure how the class change will work. Zerthog says, I think they want you to be able to change names with loadouts, but don't think it's in yet, or they aren't sure how to do it right. That would be, I feel like that would be good because it would be tantamount to changing characters if you could change basically everything about that character with the click of a button, essentially. Even if you did have to do some quests, complete some achievements, that seems like a perfectly fine thing to do. After all, it is an EverQuest game, is it not? Streaming quests seems like it might be part of that, an important part of that, probably. Tremler says also when you unlock more classes, you aren't race locked like a character creation. So if you unlocked Bard, you could be an ogre bard farming. Oh, that's crazy. It's interesting. And you said that you can change primary class at level 50, so that's cool. Ah, yes, Wrath Mountains. That's where I was going. I forgot all about it. Almost there now. It's a bit of a long run to get into the Wrath Mountains. I figured, a few steps in we'd be zoning, but no such luck. All right, here we are in the Wrath Mountains. Let's see how bad it is. First of all, we have a lot of merchants and things over here. So there's a whole town down here. Recenter that sucker there. Okay. So I did not realize that Wrath Mountains was going to be a town. I thought it was another adventure zone. Appears like that is not the case. Trembler says you get awarded a primary class unlock when you first hit 50, so you get to choose one other primary class to unlock. And True Chaos says it's Froglog Village. Oh, okay. All right, cool. That's gonna definitely be bad for me because I have bad faction with Duck. So I suspect in that case that they're going to be kill on sight to me in here. But I'm gonna at least go and get a little closer and have a look at what's going on in here. Oh, I have these boots that I could speed up with too. Forgot all about those. Oh, it's the player frog starter town since True Chaos. Alright, cool. I wonder who else in here. Let's check. There are 6 players in Wrath Mountains right now. Haven't run into a single thing yet. Figure here pretty soon we'll definitely run into somebody, even if it's just a guard wandering the premises. Alright, we have someone. Onknesmarira or something to that effect. It's very small writing, I'm not sure. He scowls at me, ready to attack whatever it is. It's a spider, I think. Is it a named spider? Is that a thing? There's a couple of them. What does this say? Anketner? Something like that. Let's go try it. See what we can do here. Trembler says, what class have you been thinking about for the third? I haven't really spent a lot of time thinking about it. I think maybe, I don't know, they have mystics in this, I think. Maybe I'll go mystic if there's a mystic. Some kind of shaman makes some sense. But I haven't really thought about it too deeply yet. Just kind of winging it, I think that could be a good class. Tertiary class. We got a cracked giant carapace here, which apparently is a quest item, so that's cool. Let's set that to, oh, I don't know, let's do auto store. So we killed a couple of spiders over here in the Wrath Mountains. And we have some other spiders here. Now, they don't seem to be giving extra rewards or anything like that, so I'm not sure that they're bosses. They definitely have names. God. Trembler says Shaman would be good, would give you buffs to yourself, plus some sustain with heals and slows. Yeah, as mentioned earlier, I played Everquest 2, or I have played Everquest 2 for many, many years. And so I'm familiar with the EverQuest 2 versions of these, but I'm not familiar with the EverQuest 1 or the EverQuest Legends versions. So it's been a learning experience overall, I would say. Very, very interesting differences. And I went and played a little bit of EverQuest 2 earlier today, and was just going, yeah, this is in fact incredibly different. But a lot of the UI is the same, so the controls aren't too difficult to transition between. I was afraid I might start doing something silly in EverQuest 2 because the buttons are a little bit different in EverQuest 1 for some things, and in EverQuest Legends. I haven't done EverQuest 1, but EverQuest Legends, the controls were slightly different than what I have in my EverQuest 2. But there are a lot of similarities in that regard. But there's definitely a lot of differences. Looks like we're coming up on some little houses over here, some huts. I'm trying to remember what the name of the place, the Froglop Village in EverQuest 2. You end up going up into the sky. He referred to me indifferently. That's good. I like indifferent. That's what I was hoping for. That place is boarded up. What about this place here? You open this door? Can't reach it. I want to get closer. What if they attack me? Innkeeper Surge, or Sergey, Surge, man, I'll tell you what, some days. To crawl our way in here. Now, how about we talk to old Sergey over here? Alright, he's got some bandage, box of loot strings. Now, I don't know what we want the box of loot strings for, but I feel like we might want some. So let's grab some while we're here. And I spend some of our hard-earned money to get some loot strings we don't know what to do with. Trimler says, do you know about autoskill? Vaguely. Alright, I have Frenzy and Kick, I think, on autoskill. What I did, I think, is I long right-clicked on the spell button. And then I clicked auto-activate. And that set it to where it goes off periodically whenever I hit the melee. It's getting there slowly but surely, you know. This guy has some rations and weapons and things of that nature. What's interesting is, although he has the loot strings, he doesn't have a loot. I have no idea where to get a loot and whether I need one or not. But I feel like it would probably be beneficial to have a loot since I'm a bard, right? Right now, I guess I'm just singing, maybe clapping my hands and doing a little dance. I could see that as being a very fancy thing with over here. This looks like a unfinished brass trumpet. Now, the question I have about that is, if it's an unfinished brass trumpet, how do we finish it? No idea. I think I'm gonna grab it, just because, you know, maybe we can find a way to finish it later. Or maybe it works as it is. Who knows? I got it anyway. True Chaos says, LOL, unfinished. Yes. Instruments make your songs better, says Trimmer. Cool. We need better songs. Now, where did they go, is the question. Somewhere in the bags, I'm sure, got these items. One would think that they would have gone into one of the first slots. I'm not especially visual, so I'm just sort of at a loss here. We got a woven mantle wovens. There we go. There we go. Unfinished brass trumpet right there. Now, what can I do? What I left? Ooh, what did that do? I clicked it. Was that bad? I don't know. Oh, I've got it in my hand. Okay. Okay. I'm just moving it. There we are. Let's inspect it. Let's do like a, I think is it Alt? Yeah, we do Alt and click, and there it is. All right. It's attunable and placeable. Applies to all classes, all races, primary and secondary slots. Focus effect, brass resonance 1. Increases the power of brass instrument-based bard songs by up to 10%. Well, I don't know what brass instrument-based bard songs I might have, but maybe we can go to the K button here, which I think is, I don't know, knowledge, skills, who knows? Probably knowledge, right? And have a look at these things. Apparently I'm encumbered. Let's see, how do we tell? Okay, skill is percussion instruments for that. I see that, okay. Skill is stringed instruments. Here, this one needs more percussion. So we need percussion and strings so far. I can't actually use Burst of Flame, I just have it. I think it's a shaman spell of some kind. I don't know exactly what. Then we've got Hymn of Restoration, also uses strings. Oh, Jonathan's Whistling War Song uses singing. Excellent. A robust singing voice as an ogre, I'm sure. We have stringed instruments. So far I need percussion and strings. So if I could get a lute to go along with my lute strings, that'd be great. Trimler says that brass songs are usually AoE damage songs. I have an AoE damage song. It is something. Maybe it's this Lugubrious Lament. No. That calms aggressive nature. Is it Chant Battle? No. One of these guys does some AoE damage, I know that. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. Really, I thought there was one. You know, I couldn't find it earlier when I tried either. You're quite certain that I had one, but maybe not. Yeah, I don't see it. Crazy. It was interesting because when I saw it, I was thinking, oh, you know, I don't want to have that on autocast as I run along, so I didn't want to put it on the spell bar over there. But, yeah, oh, there it is. Chant chords of dissonance, rather. Clashing notes that cause 4 damage to up to 8 nearby creatures that are not moving. So it's not a dot, but if you had it on autocast, it would essentially be a dot, right? Or not exactly. It would continue to cast the spell, and so I was concerned about putting it on my spell window over here, or song window. I don't have any idea what this window is called. Spell slot window, maybe. Oh, Trimler's trying to tell me chords of dissonance. Top right, first page. Yeah, sorry. Also, with your spell gems, for spell gems, that makes sense. You can right-click on an empty gem and your spells are all categorized. Right-click. Oh, right. Damage over time, regen, statistic buffs, utility beneficial and utility detrimental. And so if we go over here, then it tells us what they are. So damage over time. This isn't exactly, well, I guess it is. It does classify it as a damage over time. Interesting. All right. Very good, very good. And we already have that on there. All right. What does this guy here have? Innkeeper Troy. He also has a box of lute strings with no lute. He too has a brass trumpet. Apparently, they're side by side and they're selling the same wares. It's kind of weird. Here's Milana. Let's see what Milana has to say. We're going to click her and hail her. Milana says, "Welcome to the mountains, Kipoerneke. I know I'll be seeing you around. And watch out for that wily gnome Boot Strutter." Ooh, Boot Strutter. See, I know a little bit about Boot Strutter because in EverQuest 2, there are various Boot Strutter things. Boot Strutter's Guide to this or that. Don't want to know. Let's try her. All right. She says, "Be careful around these parts. You never know when a giant is going to come up and give you a good smushing. It's happened to far too many travelers that I'm just glad I'm in a safe haven of sorts." Well, I guess it's a safe enough haven, right? It's interesting to me that my ogre has to duck to go through doorways. So to press down the X button in order to make it in. I thought this hut was boarded up earlier. It's just the door. You got jewel crafting supplies. Now, see, to me, I'm thinking jewel crafting is probably trade skills. Hail Kipoerneke. I am Darfunkel, master jeweler and proprietor of this shop. How about I assist you today? Perhaps you need a stone cut or some jewelry repaired. Let's try clicking cut and see what he says. And he says, yes, I use a new gem cutting technique I designed myself. It will bring out the beauty of any gem. However, as arrogant as this may sound, I do not cut just any ordinary stone. They may be rare or of extraordinary quality. Have you an exceptional stone that requires faceting? If so, what type of gem is it? Ah, no, I have no such gem. Oh, look, people. So now there are 3 players in this zone. Interesting. Okay. So, we found Darfumble. I'm sure that's very important. We have some designs on this wall here. I haven't a clue what it means. And a wall spines. I could probably run into that again in a moment to wander around. Oh, I'm back over to the same place I was at a second ago. Well, that makes sense. All right. It's an inn, apparently. Okay. I think I'm going to make my way back out of here if I can. I can figure out how. It's complicated. I think I head this way. Looks like. And we'll click on these boots again. Okay. Let's see, you can use that right click to actually place them on your spell gems. Really? Okay, so from this window I could go, say, to regen, and then I could go to health, and then I could click Hymn of Restoration, and it would pop onto there. You cannot memorize a spell you have already memorized. So it does, in fact, try to memorize it to that slot. That's cool. Trimler says, the instruments need to be equipped to get the bonus, but if you buy a few and then combine them, you pull out the focus effect and toss it onto your weapon. Interesting. Jewel crafting is a trade skill, very expensive one that requires enchanted metal bars from enchanters. That would make sense, the enchanters with the enchanted metal bars. And True Chaos says it says in. Is that what those little symbols were? I did not read it as in. I just thought it was like, I don't know. Didn't look like letters I was familiar with. These guys have popped back up. Let's give them a go again. Got a couple of them. One thing I've learned is that you have to face the creature that you're fighting, first of all, in order to be able to attack it. And that's an important point. Also, you don't want to let the creatures that you're attacking get behind you, because you can be dealt more damage that way. Scarabag sec, let's go ahead and auto-store that. Trimler says you can cast Origin. Leveled up there. Cast Origin, get back home. That's in the AA window under the General tab. Origin. AA window. Now press V for that. Under the General tab. And there's something called Origin. Let's see. Okay. It says, refresh time looks like 18 minutes. Thank you for the follow I can cast. This ability, when activated, transports you back to your starting city. You can check your origin location using the command /care info. Requirements level 1, no previous ability requirements. That's cool. Good to know, and hopefully I'll remember that, because you can set your respawn point to different places, like your soul bind, I think it's called. So you could have your origin point set, obviously take you to your home, which for me would be Agak, I believe. And then I could put my soul bind point to somewhere that I was adventuring around, and then get a lot closer that way, maybe to where I want to be at the time. Very cool. It's a bit of a run. to get out of here and to get into here properly, it seems, without anything to fight or anyone to interact with along the way. My boots buff came and went. Trimler says you would need a class that could cast Gate to work with that strategy. What does Gate do, and which classes have it? They definitely don't have that in Everquest 2. Ah, interesting. It begins to rain. So we have weather in EverQuest Legends. Had a bit of thunder go off there. Cool. I got better at athletics just now, and I'm really uncertain why. The whole place is dark, and I don't see any rain, but I definitely hear the thunder. It's interesting. There we go. Got there. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to attack that snake or not. Trimler says Gate takes you back to your bind point. Oh, but dying also does. So there's that. Auto store this snake thing here. And we may as well get this watcher while we're in the area. Got a rusty battle axe. Let's auto merge that. And then a green lizard scale we can auto store. Nick V7G says, love the weather effects in this game. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's weather in EverQuest 2 as well in the day-night cycle, but I didn't realize there would be in this. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's I accidentally looted that. I meant to auto merge it, but that's fine. I'm gonna auto store this fungus, then also with the green lizard talon we'll auto store that as well. I do have a couple of things that I need to merge. And at some point, I should check on my gear and see which of the things I have in my bags that are better than what I have on. Because I'm sure there are some. I just don't know what they are because I haven't paid much attention. Mikey says, hello, first time playing EQ. Yeah, it's, so I started in the beta and I've been, working my way along up to level 9 now on this character. And I never played EverQuest 1. I played EverQuest 2 for quite a while. But it's a very different game. Let's come get this skeleton over here. The skeletons attack me now. They didn't previously. They would just wander around with a silly walk. But now they attack me. Trimler says, yeah, we call that Ranger Gate, the dying method. Yeah, see, that's what I figured, right? Like, if you want to get somewhere, there's no detriments to dying. It's interesting. You can just get killed, and it's fine. I can't seem to attack this bat, but I can attack this spider. Of course, I guess I didn't have my attack on either, did I? So I'm figuring with no real detriments to dying, then there's no reason not to just do that to get back to your bind point, right? I may be a little bit slower than just clicking a button, but surely you can find something nasty to attack you, or a bunch of things that aren't very nasty but pile up well. There's all manner of little things running around over here. Managed to get a skeleton in on the mix as well. Alright, now I heard that the bone chips are good to get because I think they said that necromancers use them or something to cast spells. We got a pristine lizard talon here. Let's put that in auto store as well. Trimler says the athletics skill goes up by jumping, eventually makes you jump higher, and I think run slightly faster too. Yes. I didn't realize that I had done any jumping earlier when my athletic skill went up, but maybe I had, and just wasn't aware of it. Sure, minor jump. Not sure. Maybe I should just go around jumping all the time. It's another possibility. Mikey says also quest items. Yes, right. Yes, I've noted quest items. I don't know what to do with most of the quest items, but I have great familiarity with quest items because of Everquest 2. It's been a learning experience over here in Everquest Legends for sure. What I've been doing is just kind of saving them up, piling them in the bank, I guess, or in storage, which I think is the Dragon Hoard. So what I figured out is that you've got a Dragon Hoard, but then you've also got a bank, and then you have a trade skill depot. And so if you'll go into the trade skill depot, it's best to put it in there. If it won't, then it's best probably to put it in the bank, because I think that the Dragon Hoard is the only thing you can access when you're out like this beyond your bags. So that's what I've learned thus far. Mikey says bone chips are quest items, maybe even good for faction. Cool. And Trembler says bone chips are used for the Necro and Shadow Knight pet spells. They're also used for a lot of faction quests, so they are a good newbie thing to collect to sell to other players. Cool. Yeah, that's what I had heard, was to save up the bone chips. Basically, I've just been saving up everything. So, been my strategy thus far. We got a lot of new things here. Black Lizard Talon, we're going to auto-store that. We got some new boots, some cloth sandals. I am going to click, I guess I'm going to not click anything. I'm going to left click instead of right clicking. Okay, that works. And then Orange Lizard Scale, we will auto-store. I was going to right click it and set it to auto-merge and then move it. But alas, that was not the way that went. Now, my understanding is that everybody kind of gathers together somewhere to buy and sell things. I haven't actually experienced that yet. I actually haven't really done a lot of interaction with other players yet. I see them around and I hail them. Sometimes they hail me too. I think I talked to one through tells. But for the most part, I haven't done a lot of interaction with them. Well, these fellows here, they decided to attempt to kill me. They may succeed, you never know. We'll find out. Oddly, only one of them is showing in my extended target. Oh, I see why. Because my scroll bar was scrolled down. That makes a lot of sense. Hopefully that marsh bear will go on, mosey on by. Definitely don't need him jumping in on the action. Things are tough enough in this old world. Let's try the auto merge on this. The good news is, it doesn't matter to me a great deal if I die, so. We've got the lizard tail, we're gonna auto store that. Trembler says East Commons Tunnel is the usual place to do commerce, but I don't know if there are enough people in the beta for it to get populated there. I have no idea. I don't know where the East Common Tunnels is, so who knows? Let us auto-merge this one. And didn't get killed, believe it or not. Now, there's a thing called Bind Wound, and we apparently use bandages in order to bind wound. We're gonna try clicking. Yeah, you have to F1, and then you can bind wound. And I currently have 18 bandages, so this should go down to 17 in a moment. It doesn't really seem to do a lot. the binding of the wound. But it gives you a little bit of a health boost. But I'm not terribly concerned about it. I'm gonna go attack this guy. Got this rusty mace here. It's auto merge. I noticed that sometimes the weapons can be quest items too, and things like food, or I assume it's food, can be quest items. There's no indication of where you use the quest items. I've found a few people over in Augok that I can give like lizard meat and things like that too. But it's like, I think I've got lizard meat, and hold on, I wrote it down somewhere, which things I know what are. Let's see, Kogna and Sunog in Augok both want lizard meat, but then Zulort wants froglock tadpole flesh, and then Horgus, I have Horgus and Grievak written down as needing lizard tails. But yeah, so that's the main ones that I've found thus far. Lork wanted a fat alligator. We have to kill the fat alligator and then give him like an ogre arm, I believe is what it was. And then his quest actually progresses. It's the first one that I found that wasn't just a repeatable. Trimler says bind wound heals for a quarter of your skill level. Okay. It does its healing just as you stand back up. Excellent. So, if you get interrupted during your bind wounds, then you obviously don't get the healing at all. Quarter of your skill. My skill is probably garbage. I don't know how to tell. I think I come over here. That's right. Let's go to skills. Okay. So, I assume it's just going to say healing or something like that. Is it bind wound? It's just called bind wound. Alright, so I have 30. And it says that's very bad. I agree. It sounds very bad. Well then, I can get it up by just using it regularly then. That's good to know. 30 out of 70. Okay. So, quarter of 30, about 7 points-ish. Let's attack this lizard man watcher right here. He's unassuming. The mystics, I think those are the ones that cast darkness on you and make everything go black. And this is him here? Yes. So let's attack this fella. There's another one over here by the campfire. Notice. I won't go after him quite yet. We're gonna take these things slowly. It's gonna be crazy. We want to auto merge this. Ah, man. Came at me. Back up a little. These are just warriors, no mystic among them. And I believe that the mystics are also the ones that drop the mystic dolls. I think that's what they're called. Little dolls that bind together and give you charisma. And I was thinking it might be smart, and I haven't done this yet, but it might be smart before you go into a trade to put on those dolls and then get your charisma up, and then do your buying and your selling, maybe get a little bit of a better deal on things. But I'm not sure. And I'm not sure what all charisma is used for. I click C because that's what my default is for this character window in Everquest 2. But in here, it's I. Get a cloth cord here. Let's auto merge that. So charisma, it says influences pricing on many vendors and influences success of charm and mesmerization spells. Now, of course, I don't have any charm or mesmerization spells that I know of yet, but I do definitely buy and sell things to brokers. So, I don't know, it feels like maybe that's an option. We saw a moment ago one of those mystics roaming around, ready to go. Who knows? Maybe we run across him. In the meanwhile, let's get this jungle spider. He wasn't too far from the campfire when I saw him, but he was kind of wandering around, so he could be anywhere by now. Definitely piling up things in the old bags. Wait, is that him? No, it is a watcher. We'll go after him anyway. Okay, so right now I'm in the southwest corner of the fjord. It's interesting how markedly different in level some of these zones that you can go into is. One of you guys said that the Plane of Fear is level 46. It's very high. Just coming right off of a starter zone, it's crazy. Alright, we've got a giant bat fur here. Let's auto loot or auto store that. And then giant bat wing that can also be auto stored. I think that the bat wings can be used to make the bat wing crunchies at the little stoves. And I do want to try to work on some crafting at some point. I did my first foray into it just the other day, and made myself something. There's let me see. Was it? No, I don't think it was the fish case. Maybe it was. I'm uncertain. Possibly. Yeah, I learned how to fish also just the other day, and it's very simple, but it leaves you a little bit exposed because you go around with a fishing pole in your primary weapon slot, and that seems a little bit on the dangerous side if you get attacked. I would think, depending on where you are, obviously. If you're in a nice, safe location, not so much. One thing I wonder is, can you get different things from the fish in different zones? I got when I was there doing it, I just got like two types of fish, some kind of armor, and I don't know if I got anything else or not. Trying to find the fish unsuccessfully. No idea where there's the fishing bait. I would probably need to get more fishing bait soon. I don't know how many casts you get off of one fishing bait either. There's fish scales. That's definitely not what I was looking for, but I think fish scales is one of the things that I got while I was attempting to fish. It definitely took a good number of casts, but it wasn't terrible. Okay, so we're going to set auto merge on this, and then we're going to loot it. We got some repops on the warriors. May as well grab them. Oh, Trimler says, are you using Melody or Symphonic Aura? It is Symphonic Aura. I know nothing about Melody. Is that also in the AAs? Let's see. While we fight over there, let's go look. Class. This was Symphonic Aura. I don't see Melody on here. There's let's see. Try here. This is General. Don't see it there either. I don't know Melody. Maybe that's a spell or something. I need to look at the AAs more because I know so little about them. I think I just gained an AA there. Okay, here we have an Ali's Volu medicine bag +1. That seems good. Focus Exaltation, Ali's Volu medicine bag Exaltation. Focus effect is burning affliction 1. So it's a neck piece that does something. Let's click the wrong place again there. That's okay. All right, now do I have a neck piece? That's the next question. I think I do. It's a cloth choker +1, not all that fancy. It's got an AC of 2. So where did this one here? It says SV disease 2, SV poison 2, and SV void 1. What does it mean? I have no idea. SV. Nah, I don't know. Skill value, I have no idea. Let's beat up on this skeleton while we look. Okay. I'm gonna Alt and click it, and then see what's going on here. Let's click this. Alice Balloon Medicine Bags Exaltation. That's what we have, yes. And the focus effect Burning Affliction says spell Burning Affliction 1, no eligible class, duration of 27 minutes. Cast is instant, target cell. Increases the damage of long-term detrimental spells by up to 20%. This bonus will decay on spells over level 20. I mean, interesting. Don't know what class uses it or anything crazy like that, but that's interesting. Nick says that SV is resists. Shrimler says SV is short for save, and those are resists. Interesting. Learn something new every day. Short for save. I wonder how save means resists. Save, like you're saving yourself from those things, perhaps? Go back over to it here. We have a tree snake that has also attacked us. Guess I better back up so I can hit them. Okay. So save disease 2, save poison 2, save void 1. I'm assuming those are types of damage. Certainly disease and poison would be. Void, I'm not sure. In Everquest 2 there are void beasts. What is it in here? No idea. Can't imagine that it would be void beast related though. Alright. So I'll just hang on to it for now. I think I can't see whatever gets. I've probably sent it running by a few things. Definitely sent that one running, and then I ran into a tent in an attempt to follow it. Let's get this guy. I've got these all over the place. It's just running willy-nilly everywhere. Whatever is making the fear happen is getting better and better at it. Let's see here. We've taken 5 damage. Let me see if I can find what's going on here at all. Pulse quicken. Alright, let's attack this dude here. Yeah, it had weak poison. Deal me some damage at some point. Yeah, I have no idea what it did. Alright. Sometime I'm gonna have to figure out what the heck is fearing these guys beyond intimidate. Okay, so that one's on the run as well. They're probably gonna come back with extras. Who knows? See if we can find any of these guys. That's my Lizardman warrior right there. Got him. That one is not. Let's auto store this guy. Trimler says that Void is new to Legends. I don't think they've implemented anything that does Void damage yet. So maybe it is Void Beasts then. That would make some sense. Or there's the man, I cannot think of what they're called, but they're kind of elemental. Yeah, I don't know. Now, attacking the bear when I was already low health was probably not the best move, but to be fair, he was kind of attacking me. So we're just gonna hope that we can kill him faster than he kills us. And then, I don't know, practice our bind wound, I guess. Oh, I see. Trimler says most non-undead enemies will run away at low health. Well, that's cool. So it's not that I'm fearing them, it's just that they're afraid all on their own of the impending doom. Man, here comes the green snake. He's back in business. Not for long, but for a moment. Now we have another tree snake still out there waiting, biding his time for me to be almost dead, and he's gonna come get me. Probably. Alright, let's try binding some wounds over here. At the very least, maybe we get better at binding wounds. Nothing else. You know, 7 points of damage doesn't do a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. And I can always buy more bandages. It's a little difficult for me to get used to not pressing a bunch of buttons because again in Everquest 2 you're pressing buttons all the time, and so having everything be automatically pressing basically is strange for me. I'm gonna get attacked by this wolf probably. No, he's gonna walk on by. Cool. Trembler says that makes snare spells valuable, which slows down their movement when they run away, or even stops them completely in their tracks. Yeah, that would make sense, sure. I don't currently have anything like that. We got a skeleton incoming, so I'm going to turn toward him. Alright. It's just all kinds of interesting things over here. I definitely want to peek in, I think, on the plane of fear and maybe just, you know, have a look. Even though I don't want to, you know, obviously I don't want to attack anything or get attacked by anything if possible, but it might be fun to just step in and look around. Submerge, auto-merge here. And here's our friends, the Mystics. I'm gonna come get this one first, because he's kind of alone-ish. And what I've been doing when they do that is I just step back a couple of steps so that they're going to have to come to me. They're going to have to come in front of me, and that way, if they've slipped around behind me or something, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to force them to join me where I'm at if they want to be like that. Probably I ought to have healed up a bit more first, but it's alright. I think at the difficulty level 0 it's not as important as it is for a higher difficulty, and probably at my level it's not as important too. We do have some of those mystic dolls here. Also, we've got Alice Blue Medicine Bag +1. So let's do the auto merge on that and on the doll. Then we have Cloth Veil. I think I already have a Cloth Veil, so that's, yeah, definitely do. So the auto merge there. Very cool. At some point soon, I will check in the bags and see if I have some things in there that are better than what I'm using. I almost certainly do. But why not do it now while I heal up? Let's do F1. Now, can we access the bags while finding runes. Hopefully, right? Yes, we can. Excellent. Alright. So, that is red, and I believe that red probably means we can't use that. That's, worn weighted gloves. Trimler says Plane of Fear is an end-game raid. Okay, so if we walked in there, would we immediately be killed then? Is there not like an entry that we could look around from, perhaps, or something? We have here some large cloth pants +1. Alright, what do we have on at the moment in the pants? This is AC of 4. This is AC of 5, and it's netted pants +2, so definitely not a good trade there. We have a large cloth cap +1 and a netted cap over there. So large cloth cap +1 is 3 AC. What do I have on right now? Woven cap +1, which is 4 AC. So how about this? That's 2. No good. No trades yet. No interest. Rusty broadsword is one-handed slashing. So rusty broadsword +2. Ratio is 0.167. Okay, rusty broadsword, rusty longsword. Yeah, I still like what I have on better. We got cloth gloves, and they're just basic cloth gloves, so they can actually just be merged with this. So I think we all split, and then we take these cloth gloves, put them there, and then merge it. And that just gives us better gloves than what we had before, or it moves us toward getting better gloves. I see I'm low on drink. That sounds bad. Okay, so the gypsy wine we can't drink is what I gather from this, if it's telling us we're low. We have 1 skin of milk left. That seems bad. And we have fish cakes, bread cakes, and apparently the gypsy wine is a no-go. So let's throw it over here in the we don't know what the heck it does bag. Alright. Onward. Alright. Cloth gloves there, and these are also cloth gloves. Ah, we're being attacked again. By a marsh viper. Where is it? Oh, marsh bear, actually. Marsh bear. Oh, I see what happened. It asked me if I was sure that I wanted to merge my cloth gloves +2 with cloth gloves, and it didn't answer, so let's do it. Okay. Did that work? I think it did. Yes. Cloth gloves +3, and it did give me 1 more AC than I had previously. Trimler says, the specters in the caves before you reach them will probably kill you before you enter. Ah, what a shame. Alright. No sense in heading that way then. Let's auto-loot this guy, or auto-store rather, that thing right there. Now, back to the study of the gear over here. It's not a great study. It is what it is. Woven sleeves +1 goes on the arms. Alright. So what we have on has an AC of 4. These also have an AC of 4, so we'll just leave it alone. Woven mantle, AC of 2 for the shoulders. Shoulders. Right there. AC of 3 on what we have right now. Alright. Rusted scimitar +1 over here. Pretty sure, unless I have something pretty good, I don't have anything to replace. I think I had 0.2 as the ratio on my one-handed thing. So yeah, no good. Probably gonna get killed over there, but that's okay. Okay, we've got woven gloves +1, and that's AC of 4. Still not as good as what I have. Cloth sandals, AC of 2. We've got these fancy boots over there. So yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that's mind-blowing. I think I'm gonna keep right now what I have on for the neck piece as well. So, probably I should make my way out. I'm gonna easily get to the entrance here because I'm going to die in a second. And what was it? You called that a ranger port? I think I'm gonna get there. Okay, all right. Trimler says right-clicking on alcohol will train your alcohol tolerance skill, and there will be some other effects, all temporary. So that's how it is in EverQuest 2, and I didn't know if they had that in here. That if you consume alcohol, you get fuzzy vision and things like that. Let's give that a try and see what happens. And we have this gypsy wine. Let's right-click it. Glug, glug, glug. You take a swig of gypsy wine. Ah, that was refreshing. You've become better at alcohol tolerance. All right. Now, okay, I see. So not only does it do that, but it forces you into first person, and you're walking all wobbly now. Man, just from one drink. Come on, guys. Get a little bit better than that. Now, will it affect my fighting? That's the real question. Got to go find somebody to get beat up by over here in my state. And how long does it last? Let's see. From of Restoration, Chance of Battle, Solos Accelerando. What I don't see is detrimental effects. I would assume this would be a detrimental effect. But what do I know? The swaying has become less pronounced, it seems. It also doesn't seem to affect my fighting, as far as I can tell. Tremler says if you run out of food or drink, you'll stop regenerating health and mana. Right. Yes. I'm aware of that, which is definitely why I need to go back to town. Let's auto store this. Still too drunk to zoom out and go third person. Didn't expect it to put us in first person here with that. It's interesting. There might be some guys out here who have some food and water. Not sure. Maybe. Kind of feel like there is, but I don't know exactly where. Various merchants over here, though. Not that guy. He's no good. Okay, I've gone past all the guys. Struggling here. Can't find the salesman. Okay. This is interesting because house is empty. Where's my guy? Is it because it's nighttime? Is he not available at night? Or is it just the wrong place? Who knows? We've got Grok over here. Oh no, that was the wrong button. What a shame. I apparently attacked the guy. No, run for Oguk. Oh no. I've also run into a tree. Man, doomed. Trimler says low levels of inebriation raise some of your melee stats slightly and will drastically drop your mental stats. Well, I mean, I'm an ogre. I don't have much of the way of mental stats anyway. Melee stats being raised? That seems good. It's not worth babysitting, keeping yourself tipsy for the small bonus you can get. But it might be fun. Alright, here we have general supplies. And we get close to him. And I swear we right-click. We do. Yes, okay. So it looks like the stuff wore off somewhat because his face kind of cleared up there. Alright. What do we need more of? We're definitely going to need more bandages. So let's grab a chunk of those. I don't know that I want 100 of them. But let's do another stack of 20. Or 29 since I hit the 9. Now we've got a bottle of milk. That's a drink. Size small. We've got iron rations. I'm okay on iron at the moment. So what I'm gathering then is that none of the alcohol will count as a drink. Here's a water flask. Does a water flask have water in it? We hope so, right? So that seems like it could work for drink. Let's get a good size stack of that. Let's get like 25 of those guys. Seems promising. All right. We're still a little bit drunk. No idea how long it'll last. All right. Anything I need to do here other than that? I don't really think so. I think that was pretty much the extent of what I need to do of it right now. So, out we go. Tremler says water flask is the default drink for water. Cool. Ah, there's Grak. He was the one who was following me a minute ago, beating me because I foolishly attacked him. Tremler says the higher your alcohol tolerance skill, the faster it wears off. That makes sense. So if you were to take a drink of alcohol while just standing around in town, you could get your alcohol tolerance up without actually experiencing any of the negative effects. And I assume you would have fewer and fewer effects as you became more tolerant. Which means that if you're playing as a dwarf, then you could definitely just sit there and be the drunk dwarf sitting around in town for a while and yelling at random passerby. First person is definitely my least favorite way to play. Nick says gets drunk and starts punching vendors. Yeah, exactly. That's how it went. You know what? It was Kipoerneke's first time, okay? Fortunately, Grog did not hold a grudge. I came back, and he had nothing to say to me. Just not great in first person trying to fight these guys. Shrimler says Dwarven clerics can actually get a necklace that summons ale. Cool. And the Century 66 says, yes, for first person is tough for me too. That's probably why I prefer outside fighting versus dungeons. Oh, dungeons are they too small or something? Are they? Is it like Doom, the original Doom, where you just first person all the time in a dungeon? I haven't gotten to go into a dungeon yet. I was hoping to find one, but no luck yet. Surely I can hit him. There we are. Got it. Wow, there's an alligator that's level 22. That's kind of interesting. What is he doing hanging out over there? So far, my experience with the alligators is that they've been non-aggressive. But then again, the decaying skeletons were non-aggressive until suddenly they were. Maybe if they're higher level than me, they would be more aggressive. It would make sense. Sentry says, depends, but in dungeons you sometimes have to first person, like in Duck, you can try third person, but it doesn't work great. Huh. Interesting. So I went into Upper Guck earlier, and that was a town. But do we have Lower Guck hanging around somewhere? I know there was Lower Guck in, where was it? Moors of Kesha in, haha, look at that, I can third person now, great. Oh, And Trimler says the same thing. He says, should be sober enough to go back into third person. I noticed it as well. I think I'm beating up on level 1s at the moment here. So I haven't gone into the northeast corner yet, I don't think either. Let's go check around over there. Sentry says, oh yes, Lower Buck. It's a tougher area to fight. Better loot too. So, Lower Buck. I don't think I've seen that yet on the map, but one would assume that you would go toward Upper Guck in order to get to Lower Guck. Maybe Lower Guck is on the other side of Upper Guck. Maybe. In which case, if you head that way, because that was through Innifool Swamp over there. Trevor says, the French love Guck. Unlimited frog legs. You know, I'm not a frog legs kind of person. But, to be fair, I'm not a seafood kind of person, so, just in general, I'm not really into the water creatures at all. You know, squid or whatever. None of the above. No calamari for me. Sentry says that's correct. Lower Guck is like the undead side. All right. Cool. Hopefully I can get through there. I don't think I can though. I think they were scowling at me and they wanted to kill me when I went into Guck. So I may not be able to get to Lower Guck. Surely there's a way to get my faction back up with Guck though. One would hope. Maybe it's permanent. I don't know. I didn't attack that one. Alright, so now we're over in Innifool Swamp, and Upper Guck is over here. But I don't think that I can even... I don't know, maybe I can go through it. I'll go look. I didn't realize I was trying to get to anywhere on the other side when I was there before, so I didn't really check in that much detail. With those fungus guys, man, you gotta kill them before they kill you. They'll just kind of come attack you while you're fighting other things. And they're very aggro, and they hate you from a distance. Okay, I see now what you mean. You can actually see creatures in this. They're little dots if you zoom in. That's very cool. And you can see what color they are to an extent. Yeah, nice. Let's zoom out a bit though, because I want to go to Open Cup. Swimming's getting a little bit better. Maybe my swim speed will also go up. Trimler says you should have some more bard songs from leveling up. Right, true. You can use melody to keep playing them in addition to the symphonic aura songs. Okay, melody, I don't think I have melody. Let's see. I have to stop in order to look at my book. And I don't want to stop in the water. I don't think I want to get to the other stairs. Maybe I'll remember all the way there to check out the old knowledge book. All right, I did. I have Elemental Rhythms. Uses percussion instruments. A mystic tune that offers your group protection from fire, ice, and magic. Well, that seems good. So right now, I have running Chant of Battle. Increases strength, dexterity, and armor class of group members. And I have Hymn of Restoration that encourages your group's wounds to heal faster, which I like that. Then I've got a speed buff running. So I could switch one of those out for elemental rhythms. Now, I don't know if I have the ability to increase symphonic aura more. The melody thing. Oh, okay. Tremolo says it's a command / melody. Okay, let's try it. / melody. What do we got? I have no idea. No clue. Let's see. Combat. No. Oh. / melody 1, 2, and 3 will play the first 3 spell gems in order on a loop. First 3 starting at the bottom, like the symphony does, or first 3 starting at the top. And so I could make a macro that does that. Is that what you're saying? So like if I came here and I right clicked on this, assign macro. But I don't see a melody on these options. Trembler says spell gems count from the top. Yeah, I would have thought so, but I know that with the symphonic aura, it goes from the bottom up. Okay, I see. It has it labeled there if you mouse over which spell slot it is. That's cool. You have 1 through 8 from the top to bottom right now. Cool. All right. All right. Let's see then. What do I want to do? I've got to figure out how to make a macro. Oh, no, doesn't look good. I made a macro before. I made this disable symphonic aura macro. How did I do it? Let's try long click. No, no good. Um, let's go to the window here. Actions. Not actions. Character. No. Hotkeys would make some sense, but that's just the 1 through 9 on your hotbar. 1 through 11, technically. Inventory, item overflow. I didn't know that was even a thing. Oh, there's a find item button. That's awesome. Zone guide, zone path. Interesting things. Quest journal. I did not know we had a quest journal. I'm very happy about having a quest journal. I don't seem to have any quests, which is unsurprising. I'm not really sure how to get quests. I just know how to you find something, you start talking to somebody, and then pretty soon you figure out, okay, this guy wants some lizard meat. So you bring him some and you just toss him onto him and you give it to him and then all of a sudden you have a quest. Looks like I don't have any at the moment of the current tasks. Quest history. Have I done any? No, I haven't done any. How odd. You would have thought at least the tutorial ones would have been quests, but I suppose not. No idea. Maybe I am misunderstanding what quest journal means in this context. Oh, the social tab on the actions window, says Trumbull. Social tab on the actions window. The actions window. So it's just right here, and we go social tab. I'm just gonna click actions. Haha, excellent. That did something. It brought up something. Okay, macros, great. All right. Auto skill, perhaps. I think that makes sense. Let's click it. / auto skill name on and off. Usable skills, kick, frenzy, or slam. Okay, so that's for tying moves together, maybe. Time bug assist main hail, auto fire, open. none of these things seem to be particularly what I'm looking for. I could drag stuff over like I did before. It didn't work very well. I dragged things from the spell window to my hotbars, but I haven't actually seen any evidence that that's helpful. I mean, like I try to cast this, nothing happens. It says the song cannot be played while symphonic aura is enabled. And I can't find a way to just stick it on my hotbar in any other way and then use it. So I'm not sure. Um, oh, okay. Trimmer says on the macros tab, go to the second page and right click on an empty spot. Okay, second page and right click. Okay. And then social name. Okay, so what if I said, we'll just be generic and say guard spells. And then we enter a command. So the command was like /melody. And you said you can do 1, 2, 3. Now, I don't need to do 3 currently, but if I moved something into there like this element of rhythms, then that would make more sense, right? However, I don't think it's going to let me cast at least the Jonathan's Whistling War song because I have Symphonic Aura on. Can I move this? I don't think that I can. Maybe I can. Might have to erase it and then rememorize. I think that's what I have to do. Let's try it. Take it off and then memorize it back down here. Okay. So then we could put elemental rhythms over there and then potentially play them. Like I said, I don't know that number 1 will go off, but I could go ahead and give it a try anyway. I don't really want to calm the aggressive nature on the autoplay. But I could try maybe melody 1 and then 3. Let's try that. 1, 3. Does that work? No idea. Okay. So I made the macro. Do I need, maybe I need to, I will find it again. Because I might need to drag it to the hotbar or something. That doesn't seem to have worked at all. Maybe because I'm seated. That wasn't what I meant to click. Let's try again. Okay, actions. Clear this. And so can I click and drag? No. Can I right click and long click on it? No. Can I just make it into like a hotbar size thing? No. Right? It doesn't let me play 2 of the songs, and the third song, well, okay, but I'm only trying to play 2 songs. But apparently I can't play them because Symphonic Aura is innate. That's a shame. Trimler says should be a long left click to drag the macro out. That's what I tried at first, but maybe I was sitting or something and it won't let me. Maybe that's what it was. Try again. Yes, that worked this time. So maybe I needed to stand up. Possibly. No idea. It's not going to work anyway from what I just read. But I can replace that macro with it because that macro is useless. In fact, all of those rooms are garbage. This is not useful right now. What is it that's getting interrupted? That's the whistling song, a war song, whistling war song. So it does try to cast that, but it doesn't work because symphonic aura is enabled. So I guess I could disable Symphonic Aura and then cast it. That seems to work. So perhaps, I don't know. It's just cycling between those two, as you mentioned that it would. Well, for now, good enough. Let's head on to Uppercut. These frogs are. Actually, they're probably not going to attack me because I think they're all gray now. But I'm pretty sure the guys in Uppercut are going to attack me when I get there. Tremler says, apparently I don't fully understand Symphonic Aura. It's a brand new feature. Interesting. I also don't understand Symphonic Aura terribly, except that I know it casts from the bottom up, and it can only cast certain things. And if it's enabled, then you can't cast things from the, at least from this window. Yeah, he's definitely hates me this century here. I could try to kill him. I mean, I probably can kill him. Let's go ahead and kill him, I suppose. It doesn't show me anything in here. Got no... nothing to look at. There's a big X up there, and I have no idea why. There's some red dots on the board. You definitely don't want to go toward those. Mike could go north. That's a Froglock Tad, but he's level 3. So we can leave him. This Froglock Sentry is going to attack me. So, for me, this is probably a dungeon. One way or another. Oh, fell right into the water. Great. Alright. It's alright, we have a handy dandy ladder over there. If I can get to it. Something looks a bit yellow right there. Can I climb the ladder? I mean, I'm trying so hard to climb the ladder. Surely I can do it. Oh no. It's a tough road to hoe, this ladder. Oh, so close. So close to success. Okay. Combined jumping and climbing? Maybe? No. Just cannot jump high enough. My ogre is a failure. Right? It's a struggle. No. Oh. Trimler says need to get rules maps, but that's some advanced stuff. You need to go into first person and look up to climb ladders. I climbed the ladders in the oh gosh, this is terrible. In the starter zone. I still can't do it. I can get up to here, and then it's looked all the way up. Still insufficient. So close and yet so far. It doesn't go any further. Jump, nothing happens. We made it. Just keep jumping. And don't fall in the water. Next important step. Alright, so a bunch of frog locks sitting around here. We've got a lot of guys on the map here. I don't seem to be able to drag the map around. Oddly. Not sure why. Let's click off, go back on. No, still no luck. All right. Well, lower duck. Maybe it would be down. Being attacked immediately. It's this frog sentinel here. Got a swamp water crocodile in there. Is that all that's here? It appears to be. Sure, let's go after this swamp water crocodile. Maybe I can get back out of the water, who knows? Back up a bit. Still not really hitting him so much, so I'm gonna try to. Oh well, maybe if I turned on my attacks, it would help. Oh gosh. Let's see here. Trembler says rules maps are the most popular option out there. You download a file, put it in your maps folder in the folder, and then you have maps and zones like this, similar to EQ2 maps, I'm sure. Sean says, "How's the grind?" It's interesting. I'm over in Upper Guck at the moment, getting attacked by everything. How have you been doing? Alright, did come out on top against the swamp alligator. It was a questionable thing there. Got down to 71%. As far as I can tell, they just kind of keep an alligator down there. Oh, he did a thing to me. It was a terrible thing. Oh, there's also a neophyte. We definitely want to kill the neophyte before the guard. What I absolutely don't want to do is send anybody running in fear. Sean says, I'm good, just grinding a bit of EQ2 before bed. Awesome, I was in EQ2 just a little while ago. Well, by a little while ago, I mean some number of hours ago, but it was today. Did a little bit, over in Neck Forest and in Butcher Block. What level are you up to? Somehow managed to come out on top in that. So, let's find some wounds. Finding wounds is up to 34 in skill points. 35 now. Slowly but surely, but I don't want to go very far as low health as I am, or I won't get very far probably. So this will speed it up a little bit anyway. Huh. So that's interesting. If you press in, it goes to loadouts. The merging items thing is interesting, and doing the auto merge is even better. I feel, because you don't have to mess around with it every time. You can just have that happen as soon as it appears. Trimler says originally you could only bind wound up to 50%, but I think Legends adopts the modern version, which lets you bind to 70%. I think it tells you on here that you can do 60. Yeah. This ability puts you on one knee to heal your target, bandaging their wounds up to 60% of health. Moving or being attacked can cancel this action. And then it shows the macro command, which is cool. It's slash do ability bind wound. So that's neat. We've definitely bound wound enough at this point and gotten the bind wound up to 37%, which is super cool. Now, what do we have here? We've got some mushrooms hanging out. They don't seem to be targetable. I click them, nothing happens. I can't jump high enough to get up to whatever that is. So there's a couple of ways we could go. Let's go check out this wooden plank and test our skills on climbing wooden planks there. Oh, what's going on here? We got a fight between Vector and a Froglock Gauze warrior. He's getting poisoned. It's terrible. Stand close to and right-click on the player to inspect him. Use the toggle inspect command or enable or disable right-click inspecting. He's a Shadow Knight Monk Shaman. Looks like he's doing okay, I think, possibly. He's got lots of mana left. He's not doing so good on the health, but it seems like his buddies here are doing a bit of healing as well. Probably that neophyte needs to go down. I wonder if we click on him, can we see? We can see his target. He's targeting the warrior. I would be targeting the neophyte first. But what do I know? All right, onward. Okay, making it on up this. Oh, those guys would probably attack me, and there's nothing in that room that I can see. So onward this way. How's about? Okay. We went up one of these planks. I don't think we went up this plank yet. Or maybe that's the one we came from. Probably so. Okay. This Froglock sentry is not exactly on duty. Is that a mouth? It looks like a mouth. It's pretty sure it is. There's lots of mouths. And now, we're try to walk on boards. And I have no idea which direction to go. Okay, let's get into, we are into main chat. Okay. That sounds interesting. What is this? 3-it, F3, FK. You have to translate that one for me. Trembler says that room with multiple frogs, you can use lull to shorten their aggro radius so that you can single pull them. Okay, that's cool. There's also this Keelan's Lugubrious Lament, which apparently calms aggressive nature of many creatures. That might work in here too. Looks like I had to actually bend over. And I'm just creeping along here. No idea why. That Froglock sentry up there as well. And somebody is attacking me. So let's move him back here away from his compatriots. Oh, well, I guess we went out. That was not the direction I intended, but that's okay. Is that the guy I saw in there a minute ago? Possibly. Trembler says the lament song is considered a lull. Alright. So there are multiple kinds of lulls then. Everything out in this area is pretty easy stuff. So, I think the only way to get there is probably just going to be to go through Don't know how to get through. It's trouble. Okay, try again. Okay. Pay attention a little bit to rollerblading. Going north and making turns at random and falling again into the water. I get going and just am not paying enough attention. There's a frog log sentry down there swimming about. One in here. You know, I don't know if I went in here before. Let's check it out. It's just a little cavern. Not even a cavern, it's just a indention in the wall, really not. Okay. Now, the secret was get to the top, and then you just jump a bunch. I know that you said you go into first person to do it. I did earlier, and it did work. You were correct. But I'm wondering if you can do it in third person if you just keep trying. Would that get better? If you time it, maybe time it just right. I don't know. Let's try your first person theory again. No luck so far. This ladder is just not the best on the laddering. Ha! Thought I'd made it for a second, but no such luck. Hey, there it is. All right. Got there. Okay. So, here we are. We fell in from this way, I think. Now, last time, oh, well, two of you even. My goodness. My goodness. Both guards, and I didn't click to attack apparently. I did, definitely did. Are they turning off my attack maybe? Let's see. They have all kinds of interesting things they're casting. Waking sleep. Interesting. Sounds bad. Trembler says worst case scenario, all the jumping trains your athletic skill and you can just skip the ladder and make the jump. Hey, you know, that would work out. That ladder is it's a tricky one to get out of. And it seems that I'm going to just fall in every time, as far as I can tell. Okay, we went down before. Let's go this way. There's a warrior down here. There's some red guys over there. We went up that ramp before. I think I've got a couple of guards, like one guard and one warrior on me. So I assume they're going to run around and attack me. Oh, no, they did not run around. They just came on up the wall. Maybe they jump very well. Certainly, I'm going to die. Let's see if I can intimidate this guy. I doubt it, but we'll try. Very intimidating. Very scary. Roar. Not scaring anyone. Well, that's what we thought. Ah, well. He's going to kill me. Trembler says, waking sleep is a shaman slow spell that slows down your melee attack speed. Ah. Nasty. Alright, they got me. There we are. Now, we've respawned right next to Frog Slayer Nos of Test. Alright. I suppose that his goal here is the slaying of frogs, I'm pretty sure, judging by his title there. Okay. Let's look and see where we are. We are surrounded by many creatures here. Who knows? Maybe we're closer to the goal. Hard to say. It doesn't look likely. Let's go this way. I don't think I've been in this room before. Okay, so it seems like you don't really have res sickness in here. You do have decreased attributes. You know, your health is down, your power is down, but I don't see any actual res sickness where you're getting detriments on you. We have detriments on you. All right, I'll try binding some more wound here. So waking sleep is a shaman slow spell. I think that those guards were previously casting it. So this guy's a warrior. This guy's a warrior. I don't know if they'll attack me or not, but it might be good to know. Now, of note, there is like a little wooden plank across these two sections of land. And I think that's interesting because, first of all, they're frogs. Why would they care about going in the water when it looks like you can just step right out of this water? I don't know. Don't understand. Um, Maybe they're a different kind of frog. Trimler says, can't see your buff window. That's where res sickness would show up if Legends didn't remove it. I don't know where the buff window is. Well, okay, the buffs, hold on. I do know where those are. I don't know where the like detriments are. But if you have the symphonic aura going, then that turns on some things. Apparently that goes back cleaning that button into tell. It says that symphonic aura is enabled, but it's not casting my spells, which is strange. Let's go back to the V over here and see. It says it's disabled on this screen. So let's purchase that. Oh, okay, I see. We have to train that, I think. Are you sure you want to spend 0 ability points to train in symphonic aura enabled? Why, yes, we do. So we do that, and now we have it again, and our buffs are back on. And they are right above the name of my, or the, not the name, but the stats of my character again. So, that's what's running. Silos, Accelerando, Chant of Battle, and Hymn of Restoration. But it seems that only buffs are there. I don't think I've seen debuffs there. Okay, we did not get attacked by the frogs. Now we're in this waterway. Frogs did not want to fall into this waterway for reasons unknown. There's a little alcove here. And this is a whole thing over here. Lots of, I don't know, maybe I'm not sure, some kind of stuff on the walls here. And then we've got some mushrooms and a random rock in this location. Clicking the mushrooms does nothing, as has been consistently my experience with the mushrooms. We have to duck a lot to move around. The ogre, turns out, is large, and so ducking comes into play. Okay. We're back in this room, if ever we've been here. And I don't see anything here. But we are going places that I haven't been, so that's something. Does the map look like? It's completely useless. All right. So we have a little wading pool here. I wonder, what is there? Is there a tunnel down? Can we swim down? How do we swim down? Don't know. What is it doing? No idea. Seems like it might be doing something. Not sure what. Is it like a healing pool? And oh no, why are we being attacked by the shaman? He's so mean. Alright, well. Won't do any good to run, so I may as well fight him. It's not gonna go well, I doubt, but maybe. We'll see. Whoa, that was some kind of effect right there. Okay, wait, we do have something drowsy. Inflicts your target with a drowsy fever, slowing their attack rate for a little while. Alright. It's not great. If only I had some way to heal up. Alas, that is not the way of it. You can try intimidating. Definitely gonna kill me in a second. Good news is that we'll spawn some weird place in here. It's gotta be good for something. Alright. Oh, Frog Slayer's here again. We just keep on running into each other. Okay. Who knows which route I took last time? I went this way a minute ago. It seemed like we were getting a little further. Oh, Trimler says from up and down in first person view. Okay. Lots of stuff to do in first person view, it seems. Alright, we're gonna see if we can get back over to that swimming hole. Might be like, I feel like it was a healing pool of some kind. Maybe not. That way was useless, so come back this way. Duck down, make our way this direction. And then I think we had gone this way. Yes, we got it confused in here for a minute. Okay. And now we're back into this area. So, first person view. And doesn't really seem to be anything in here of notes. We found the bottom of the pool. We have some sound going on. It feels very much like it's supposed to be as soothing, and I don't know. I think it feels to me from the sound like it's rejuvenating us in some way. We also have, this is crazy. You can swim up the waterfall thing. Oh. What if could I get more into the middle? Maybe not. This is kind of interesting because we could actually drown inside the water that's cascading out of this. Out of what? I don't know. All right. It doesn't seem to have. I wonder if it's. What if it's like their sewage water? Who knows? Who knows? Trimler says, with first-person view, if you're looking up or down and you go to third person, the character will remember that direction. Oh, cool. And will go up or down on ladders or swimming. So you have to be looking up first, and then go into first-person view for that? Well, it's no good going up there. But maybe I can come across here. And now we're at the place with all the mouths. We're definitely in this place, or in some place very like it before. We have guards all over the place, and we have many, many turns that we could make. There's a lot of red in here. It's not gonna go particularly well for me, I don't think. Let's see. Can I try to calm him? Oh, I can't really. Okay. So could I do like slash melody 2? Hey, all right. Now if we click on him, he still doesn't like me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that it worked, but he did run off. So we slip through there. And what is this? There's eyes. Oh no, this is terrible. We've been attacked. There's so many of them. We got knocked around. Well, alright. We killed the shaman, no less. Not just killed the shaman. Trembler says you're about to level and get your 3rd class and you kill some of those blues. Oh yeah, but see, then I would have to choose my class and all that. Who knows what I would do? Like I said, I could just do shaman, right? Is this not my? I feel like this bar here is my percentage into the level, right? That's my XP bar? I think so. The green one. Which means I'm 59% in. Alright. It's very strange to me that you don't actually lose anything from dying. You don't lose any uh XP or anything. What is this for? Have you called on it? No? Something. It's definitely doing something. Miss. Okay, we're being attacked. So it wasn't that was doing something. It was the cross, turns out. Okay. Gotta kill this neophyte. That's for sure. Or die trying. One or the other. He regains concentration and continues casting. Well, I don't like that one bit. Stop regaining concentration. We got 3 of them now. Doomed. Doomed, I say. It's alright. We might get one of them. Want to get the novice next. If I get this guy, he's next. Alright. And we'll try to face him. And then we're gonna auto merge the loop. I noticed that we're encumbered, it tells me on the regular. I think we might get this novice down too. Pretty cool. Not too shabby. I died twice. I think I didn't quite die the first time is what happened. So I got back up and then was unconscious again. Not quite dead. So Monty Python skit about to happen here. Alright. Do I want to respawn here, or do I want to go back to August? Probably may as well go back to August, because I'm gonna have to get off here soon. So it might be the better plan to go back over there. Let's do that. Trembler says Lowell puts a debuff on them. They'll still hate you, but it reduces the range that they will attack you or help their friends. Oh, okay, I see. So it doesn't decrease their hatred, just makes them less aggressive. Alright, let's see. I have anything here. I don't really think I have anything that I want to mess around with at the moment now. stuff. I guess I could use this as an excuse to get my bind wound up a little bit more. And as far as leveling, I could perhaps I could go level. I don't know. I've got to switch over. Actually, it's 1 in the morning, so better probably not, because I've got to go to bed at some point. And I haven't done my dailies over in Winter Realms. I did some of them, but I still have quite a few to do. So I'll have to switch over there and knock some of those out before going to bed. Now, that's interesting. It says you cannot be bandaged past 70% of your max hit points. You cannot bandage your target past 70% of their hit points. So that's interesting. Your bandage can do up to 60% of your health. So if you were at 10%, you could go from 10% to 70%. But if you were at 20% and you bandaged and you had enough skill to get you up higher, you would still only go to 70%. Interesting. Okay, let's check. How many bandages do I have left? And, okay, I have 32 left. That's plenty. How am I on food and drink? I have the 1 skin of milk left. Gypsy one is not helpful to me, turns out. What else might I have? I got some water. A flask of water, got a bunch of them. Where are they? Who knows? I think I got them. Oh, there they are, right there. I'm blind. Alright, cool. So I don't think that I actually need anything in town at the moment. Therefore, I think I'm going to probably go ahead and end this stream and switch over to Watcher of Realms, knock out some dailies. Hopefully, I will see you guys over there. It was a pleasure streaming with all of you and meeting some of you. And hopefully I will see you again soon. And if you like Watcher of Realms, if you have any interest in it, be sure to come and watch me over there too. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see the next time that I go live. Hopefully I'll see you in just a few minutes over in Watcher of Realms. If not, then everybody have a good night.